Hi. Hello and welcome back. If you're new here, I make videos about my experiences paring down and living with what is currently a 50-item wardrobe. And no, I'm not a child, I'm just very short. So in a lot of my previous videos, I've explained how the most effective way for me so far to clear out my wardrobe has been to pare down seasonally, give myself ample time to live with what I have left, and then repeat that process until you get to a place that you're happy with. This video is the opposite of that. Today, I want to share a few of my favorite, simple, quick and dirty ways to pare down your wardrobe. The first method that I want to talk about is an oldie but a goodie, and it is the hanger method. Now, to use the hanger method, you flip all the hangers in your closet so that they're facing backwards, and then as you wear articles of clothing, you put them back in your closet with the hanger facing the right way around. This is a really easy and effective way to determine what you don't wear and what you do, and you get rid of what you don't wear. Now, if you're all, but some of these things aren't seasonal, fine. Repeat this whenever the appropriate season cycles around. Now, it does take a little bit of time to cycle through and give yourself time to wear the clothes that you actually do reach for, but this is really quick and easy in terms of setup. Now, I really like this method because it allows you to preserve whatever kind of organizational schema you already use in your closet. So if, like me, you organize your tops by sleeve length and color, this allows you to preserve that. But if turning your hangers backwards is too much for you, you can use some other way to divide what you've worn from what you haven't yet worn, like a different color hanger or some kind of natural barrier that already exists in your closet. The next technique I want to talk about is the box method. Now, this is really similar to the hanger flipping technique, except you take all of your clothing and put it in a box, or you could do this with anything, and then you take items out as you wear them and hang them back up. I really like this technique because it allows you to see a nice minimal closet being birthed before your eyes. The only drawback is your clothes get wrinkled. The next technique I want to talk about, and one of my personal favorites, is the would I buy this exact same item again right now test, or would test the art. Now, to perform this test, if you want to save yourself some time, just leave all your clothes where they are, but pull out each item and ask yourself, if you saw this exact same item again right now in a store, would you buy it? And if you want to be even more rigorous about it, you can also consider its current condition. Would you buy it in the condition it's in? Another way to think about this is if Miranda Priestley broke into your house in the middle of the night and stole all your clothes and held them for ransom, what pieces would you buy back from her? Now, discard the things that you wouldn't buy back. If you perform this test and you're honest, you will end up with a smaller wardrobe. This test can yield some really dramatic results. So whenever I've performed this test, usually I end up with a massive pile of crap that I wouldn't buy again, that I don't like, and that I'm not wearing. So if you too end up with a huge pile of stuff that doesn't pass the test, there are a couple of ways to proceed. If you're afraid to get rid of all of those items in one fell swoop, and you really shouldn't be, you can take all of those items, put them in a box, and now you have a trial separation box. So if you actually need any of those items, you can pull them out, but if after a month or two there are still items in that box that you're not getting any use out of, get rid of those items. Now, if you want to see some real results real quickly, just get rid of all of those items immediately. And if you're thinking, but I actually need some of those items for work or whatever, at least in my experience, I find that sometimes there are these items in our closet that we keep around for emergencies, but really, do we ever actually use those items? I find that in my experience, I make other things work without reaching for those emergency items that I really don't like. So if you want to be dramatic about it and see some real results, get rid of those items immediately, and you can go back and fill any wardrobe gaps you have with items that you actually do like. And I will link above and below a video that I've made on how to fill wardrobe gaps. This next technique is a little bit different than the others, and I don't have a great name for it, but I'm going to call it play what do I wear this with your closet. So take out an item and say out loud what you actually wear that item with. Don't try to come up with ways that you could wear that item. Actually say ways that you have worn that item, ways that you've paired it with other items in your wardrobe. And if it's a piece that doesn't coordinate with a lot of other pieces in your wardrobe, get rid of it. So to use myself as an example, some items that I have that don't pass the test are these shorts and this top. I only ever wear these shorts with this top, and I only ever wear this top with these shorts. So it's silly that 2 of my 50 items only coordinate with each other. If you have similar items, get rid of them. Next, play Battle Royale with your clothing. So if you're in the process of decluttering and you're sort of hitting a slump and you can't really decide what to get rid of next, make your clothes fight to the death. If you are trying to get rid of things and you have 5 things and you can't really decide which of those 5 things is going to be the next to go, if you can only keep one of them, which would it be? Now, really this is just picking favorites, but Battle Royale sounds better. This last one is for people who really can't be bothered to set aside time to pare down their wardrobes, and it is to follow a 1 in, X number of items out policy. So for every 1 new item you buy, designate some number of items of clothing that you need to get rid of to make room for that 1 new item. Now, if you have a huge wardrobe, I recommend keeping that number really high, like 10 to 20 items. If you have a smaller wardrobe, you can adjust, but if your goal is to downsize, I really recommend keeping that number at or above 5. And this can also be useful to keep you from shopping, because if you already have to think about what you're going to get rid of to make room for new items, you might not be as tempted. Those are all of my favorite, simple, quick and dirty ways to pare down your wardrobe. Now, if you're looking for something a little more methodical, go check out my channel. This is basically the only thing I talk about. Not really, but kind of. So if this is your jam, go check out my channel. I make a lot of content on this topic. I think that's going to be it for me today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.